Hey guys, it's Chase. I'm back. Like I said, I would. The day after my Humira shot. Now, I took my shot last night around probably 10 something. I normally try to take it before I know that I'm going to go to sleep. And I also had to take pain medicine last night because I was in a lot of pain last night. So I, uh, I took the pain medicine, I took my shot. And so now we're here at 10 something in the morning. I had a hard time getting up. Um, I just don't feel good. Like after taking the shot, it's just the same side effects. Joint pain. So I have joint pains in my hands, and they just so I don't know. Today I'm really gonna try to find me a doctor. That is like my number one goal for today. And I also did. I read something last night while I was kind of drifting off to sleep. I found out that if you use water with lemon, like when you first wake up, that it helps the digestive system. So I'm gonna try that for the next, I would say probably, I don't know, month to see if it helps my stomach. But I don't know. It's like after my shot, I am like day I will be really, really sick, like nauseous, and I won't be able to eat too much. And these joint pains is the worst for me, like because I can't do my hair, I can't really type really well. I mean, I could do it, but it hurts a lot to do it. So, um, but on the flip side of it, I take mostly every opportunity when I'm in this zone to just think about this as okay, this is my life right now, but tomorrow um, I will have a better day. Actually, I start thinking at the next minute, like soon as these pains, subside a little bit, or if they dull down, and I just be like, you know what, I'm blessed and I'm thankful because I know that there's some people out here that have Crohn's that go through a lot more than what I go through. So I try to be um, grateful for where I am because it can always be worse. And so that's just how I operate my life. And the simple fact is that I can't control this right now. Like I think I know that there's a lot of you know conversations about how people can control illnesses and things like that. Yes, I think that we can definitely use our brains um, in a better and of course in better capacity where we think ourselves well, and I think that that just takes time, and then of course you have to be praying about it, you have to be asking God to heal you, but it may also be a reason why you're in the place that you are. So I try to look at it in a 360 and say to myself, you know I would love not to have this issue because I remember when I didn't have this issue, but there were always some other issues. So I mean, I think at the end of the day, we just gonna have something that goes on with us regardless. And so this right now is um, my struggle, and I know that sounds probably terrible, but at the same time, I just think that um, right now in this place, you know, I am supposed to be going through this right now. And I think that it's to build a stronger person when I come out on the other side. Because even with having Crohn's, I've been able to accomplish a lot of different things that I didn't even think about accomplishing before when I didn't have Crohn's or didn't have symptoms of Crohn's, because I think I've always had it. I think it's just got progressively worse as time went on because I can just remember having stomach issues back in the day, and so but it was crazy because I I had endometriosis first, and then I dealt with that illness for years and years and years, and that was some painful stuff. And but I don't know. I think now, I mean, I'm always trying to look at it in the positive. I mean, I don't feel very well, but I know that this will pass. Like, I just feel that it won't. It's not gonna last forever. Maybe even later on the day, I may feel better. Although statistically, it takes about 3 days for me to get out of this little draggy, body achy, hands hurting, um, tired body. Just, I don't know. Mentally, I feel like I'm so alert, and then my body just be like, nope, lay down. So I don't know, but I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna drink this water, and I'm gonna relax today because I do have Bible study later, and I wanna rest up so I'm not extremely tired there. But I never really know how it's gonna all play out. But I'm just grateful, you know, to God that it's not worse because, like I said, I could be laid up in the hospital. I mean, I know how these things go, so. um, but I just wanted to come back and show you guys really where I am after the shot. I will be doing things like this over time, I guess, just because as the time goes on, I could get a lot better. I'm gonna experience different things that other people with Crohn's probably have experienced um, after longevity of being with this illness. And the crazy thing is that I know people don't like to hear it, but Crohn's doesn't have a cure. Now, what happens is we try to manage our symptoms. Pretty much what happens with the shot, with okay, so Remicade, Humira, Cynthia, all of these things and any other pills or any other things that we take is actually just to manage. It's not to cure because there's no cure. It's when your body decides. Because I've heard some, people that say, that they suffered for a long time and then just one day they didn't have the issue anymore. It would just be very, very sporadic that these symptoms would come up or pop up, and it would be based upon some food, would trigger it that would make it happen. But I think that that's pretty much in all of our case. Some of us suffer every day with some part of Crohn's, is whether it's all day nausea, whether it's all day joint pain, whether it's all day tiredness, whether it's all day stomach pain, whether it's all day diarrhea, whether it's all day just whatever goes on inside the body when you have Crohn's. Some people experience that every day, some part of it, and then some people it's triggered by a food that they eat. So I mean, it's so different for everyone that that's why it's very hard for people to understand it because they're not all cookie cutter the same, you know. And so I don't know. I just try to tell people that I deal with mine the best way that I know how. I'm a very positive person anyway, and I really do try to fight through a lot of the issues. But I know that some days, I'm out of it, guys. Some days I'm just, you know, I'm taking it's harder for me to deal with some days. But for the most time, I have faith in God. And you're gonna hear me say that a lot because I do, because there's no way that I could get through this without him by my side to give me strength and confidence to face. Because when I first found out, I didn't have that stability, or that, yeah, I would say I wasn't deep into my spiritual life at the time, and it like drove me crazy to be experiencing weight loss and just being really sick, all the time in the bed for like 2 months, you know, when I first found out, was really, really sick, and then being hospitalized and all of these, not to mention the insurance, and if you don't, I lost everything, I mean, I don't like to say that so casually, but it's true. And I ended up not having any insurance and things like that, so it's very difficult to go to the doctor. Um, so you can't even get treated, and then if you're trying to get disability, they want to see a doctor trail, and you're like, because I guess I focus more on, I don't want to keep creating bills. There's nothing that really they can do when I go to the doctor anyway. I mean, except try to manage, and that's pretty much what I do. Now they have better, pain medicine that helps manage than what I have, obviously, because I don't have morphine or any of those things in my house or anything. But I'm saying, um, they do have a better way of treating or managing the pain. But there's really nothing when I leave there. When I go there, I have Crohn's, and when I leave there, I have Crohn's. It's not like they're curing anything. So I just think that there, that disability and a lot of these other, you know, things that they want you to do to prove your case is like, okay, so are you listening to my situation, or are you just focusing on the fact that I'm not going to the doctor every moment or every little twinge of pain or illness. I mean, I could be in the hospital every week based on the pain and based on what I go through, but I just decide not to do that. And so I think you get, you know, I think that they just don't treat that system fair when it comes to Crohn's, because Crohn's is different. Not like another illness. I think the only one that I can say, because I only know a little bit about it, is lupus. Lupus is also one that doesn't really, I mean, it just eats away at you, and that's what Crohn's does. Eventually, you're mentally, if you're not strong, and I'm not saying that's bad if you're not mentally strong to deal with it, because it is hard to deal with, period. And so, it's just one of those illnesses that can tear you down if you don't have another option. If you don't know any other way to deal with stress of having a chronic illness, something that you're going to face every day, and just the fact of knowing that every day I wake up, I'm going to it's going to have some effect on me, possibly, and no matter where I'm going, if I'm trying to have fun, or if I'm, eating dinner with my family, or if I'm in those symptoms could come and change the whole game. So I mean, everyone has their own way of dealing with stuff, and I'm learning to talk about it more, because I used to not really say too much about it, but I would be very frustrated inside because people just never understood, and they're very insensitive, to it. And then you have people who say, then why are you always saying something? Why are you posting stuff on Facebook? Why are you, doing all this stuff? Well, I'm trying to bring awareness, because I don't think that people truly understand. Until you deal with it, then you don't understand. That's just like most things in life. Until you deal with it, then it's just like that's their problem. Yeah, that's your problem. That's not my problem. That's your problem. And so I think that that's where people get caught up, because they're not very sympathetic nor compassionate for a person that's going through something that is, life changing. So, but all right, guys, I'm not gonna talk to you to death, because I'm actually gonna lay back down for a little bit. Body. So, like I said, I will be coming to do this, and at some point, since this is my hair channel, I will talk about my hair. Just I know I showed you the other night. I think, or did I erase that one? Probably erased that one. But anyway, so I have mini twists in my hair, and it's been in there for almost 2 weeks. My goal was a month, but I don't know that it's gonna last because my hair just doesn't really hold these styles very well. Well, like mini twists and stuff. I mean, in my opinion, other people might think it looks fine, but it looks pretty. I don't really like that look for mini twists. But anyway, this isn't a hair thing. This is all about Crohn's and Humira. So I will get back to y'all later about the hair part. But I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Go ahead and like this video. Um, Subscribe if you stumbled across this one. Comment. I mean, I'm willing to talk to you if you have Crohn's or just found out, or maybe you can give me some information about it that would help me in um, my struggle. So, all right, guys. I hope that y'all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all later. Bye bye.